Okay, good. All right, good late AM, everyone. Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets, one of the coaches. As we're getting a lot of participants and more participants in the room. You know what? There are a couple of my peers that are in the room. They don't really participate. They don't want to step on my toes. Sometimes when I say my guys, I'm referring to those guys. Carvana giving it all back. So what I'm saying is more participation. We got everybody. I'm in New York. Coaches from San Diego. We got Austria. Gerard and actually taking vacation. It's Paul, the cable guy, believingly in London. We got them all over the place. Lewis in Peru. And you know what? We all want to speak the same language. We all want to take money out of the market. So as I sign in TradeGATEHub on this Friday. Whoa. Okay. Side note. You see this one TradeGATEHub tab that we have leaving to you this whole universe, if you will, towards our videos, our TradeGate, our videos, our YouTube button, a top trading room. If you just don't even want to, watch the videos on the suppose you're going in on late after the market closes, you just want to look on stocks, go into the stock page. The reason why we have this is we want this to make this a one-stop shop. Not to sound pitchy or cheesy, even for myself, I have a couple of things going on. Boom. These are the stocks that are moving, New York Stock Exchange stocks, click percentage. Those are up and down for the day. You want to know what they're doing right here. CPSR, not in it. That's a different one. I'm sorry. FRX. Yeah, FRX Pharmaceuticals. What's another one? Percentage losers. DAO. You know what? I'm going to have to refine this a little bit. XPEV. I just sold it. XPEV. Carvana. Now everybody got taken out. So what I'm saying is Mangini here, breaking high. This is what I'm looking at, Mangini. You know what? The stock wouldn't go. Let me share my screen. Stock wouldn't go. There's the daily. I only know because if I was short on the third day up, I had to let it go. I let it go. I didn't have time to let the trade develop. It had good price action, range volume, breaking above. These type of stocks have been working lately. I didn't have a lot of it, and I should have I should have just kept the stop in, but I wanted to take some profits off the table. I don't know. You know what I mean? Anyway, MGNI should be on there, and it is on there. Okay, getting back to trading room. And the point being is this one tab leads you to this whole, all these tentacles going out, the videos to what's moving, the currencies, to the charts. So definitely poke around the TradeView Market site. I mean, it's basically a family office. I've been here for a long time. I've known Tim for a quarter century, for crying out loud, and there's very little turnover. So poke around. Not only do you offer the best spreads, if you haven't been active and you want to trade along with me, the best thing you could do is get a TradeView Markets demo. I'll help you through it. We're in it together. I get it. I'm not going to abandon anybody, you know what I mean? As everybody will testify to the room. I'm pretty hands-on. So as we get in here to a Friday, what I would implore everybody to do is get to our red YouTube button, press OK, and you watch our videos throughout the week. So if you're just tuning in now and you want to take some money off the table, I would beg to differ if that's actually the method. You have to be active throughout the room because his coach gives these 9:30 a.m. Videos. A beautiful one, 1,000 views yesterday with David Hunter, literally the biggest bull on the street. Great interview. I learn a lot. I also give videos at 11 o'clock Eastern. So what I'm saying is, watch our videos if you just tuning in or starting to get getting tonight an idea of what we do. We have subscribers growing rapidly. We do, we're going to have 1,000 videos definitely by midsummer. So we have a dossier. We put our name on the line, and we're proud of it because we're high-level professionals. And even if we're wrong, we have a high-level opinions on what got us there. So here we go. TradeGATEHub again. Okay, this is a Friday. It was kind of a slower week, if you will, because we only had CPI, which was on Wednesday. Didn't have much Fed speak. Had some earnings movers, APP, some stocks, some of these ancillary stocks popped, 20-30%. Some went down that way. I'll show you the screen, the active movers, but as of now, We're in a holding pattern for me. I mean, it's getting a little, it just flip flops. It goes from ominous to bullish. It's stock picking is what it is. And here's also here, right here, I'll show you my screen. It's evidenced by stock picking. There it is. All right, there's the full screen. You have Fizzler breaking a new year high to up 40. His run, by the way, was actually positive. Let me just give you another example. You have a long-term chart on Lyft. There's your long-term chart on Uber. You have a chart on Micron, but yet again, you have a chart on AMD. You have a long-term chart on, let's say, an Exxon, by the way, acting a lot better than, let's say, a Devon Energy, well below the moving averages. There's Tony Pistachio. So what I'm saying is, you're having nice moves in stocks. Here's another one I brought up in the room, SPRY. Stocks traded 40 million shares. How much is Amazon? It's traded more than Amazon and Microsoft combined. Stock has great range. I'm not going to say it's going to end today, but the stock is coming from 39. It has these types of moves in it, has great volume from 4 to 9. It has it doubled within the past 24 hours. I don't know where it's going from here. I'll have to disseminate that because it's just coming up on my scanners. But they're giving you something to do. And the fact that you're having even stocks split in their respective sectors tells you that people are still waffling. GDXJ, this AU, by the way. Oh, look at RCL. Where is it? Please don't tell me RCL is down there. RCL, I bought it all the way up there, but I covered it okay. Coach, literally to the minute, almost 24 hours ago, saying to short AU as we were discussing the gold trade. Oh my God, look at us. We were all fighting it. Now, why did that go down now? If for all those contra traders out there, it usually ends with volume. Starts with volume, the bottom right here on AU. Hold on, let me make sure I'm showing the chart. Starts with volume and ends with volume. Right here. That's where the bottom was. The biggest, see, writing in volume, the biggest bar it ever had. I tried to get sneaky around here. You know what? I didn't lose it much because I was opening up every day in that way. I remember the trade clearly. It wasn't even that long ago. I should, but it was opening up every day like you could see, and then it was closing at the lows. So I was fighting an uptrend. I was actually trading it very well to make hard money. But when so what I'm saying is this capitulated. It did this closing doji. I don't know, even that wide bar. Coach would knows the better charting vernacular. All I'm telling you is that volume even trumped that volume. So what I'm saying is when I look on my scanner, and I know when I tried the top tick AU or fought it, I know what the volume was. So when I say it's even bigger than that day, probably 28 to 10% higher. And then it did the volume, and then probably the time to short it when it closed, broke that closing. So AU a trade. So Coach and I were talking about the GDX. Coach gave a really, really ominous report on GDX. I forget it was 22, 24, Coach. Maybe it was 24. I forget where it was. But you know what? If I did forget, all I can do is go right here and look at typical and look at yesterday's video with Coach. Boom. Okay, so GDX trade. What else? Let's go to TradeGATEHub for a second. Tesla had news that he finally hired a CEO of Twitter, and then there was chatter going around that Musk was going to step down from Tesla for a second. Go to your charts, and then OX, another hot stock. Pardon. These guys firing away. I love it. They're communicating. Apple has made zero progress. Again, that was another a coach talked about yesterday on the video. And then OX. I'm giving this coach gives you macro stocks, and they're more tied to maybe a longer term view, and I can appreciate that because as a day trader by core, I always liked. I mean, I might see the smaller picture, and I like to expand my parameters. I'm still working after 26 years in the business, and that usually comes with going with the trend. So GDX daily, I'm bringing you stocks like Enox. That, by the way, I sold in the morning. Where did I sell it? 21. Oh, actually, I sold it okay. It was actually up more pre-market, but there it is, NNOX 2080. Okay, there it is. I know this stock. It has it in it, man. It was a sexy freaking high flyer. Okay, what else do we have? Any questions? Paul the cable guy. Killing me. Good guys, good guys. All right, so here's let's see what the wise guys are doing today. I want to leave with a couple of things. Basically, I started with my notes from the beginning of the week. Okay, right now I'm going with the smart money, more sweepers, more momentum. Setups are ideal for more individual names. All right, individual names are where the setups are. Right now you have to react versus anticipating. What started the week, or what really drove last week, were the banking issues, still relevant today, although Charles Schwab seems to have a decent day. Last I looked, it had news and it was actually hanging up there. The Schwab on the daily had news, it's hanging in there. Wall actually had good news too, hanging in there. It's USB. That's still pinned down. Schwab is near the high. They reported some sort of comps, I believe, ran on the open. Now, like I say all the time, the first 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour stretches a lot of retail money. Things settle out, as you can see. Now, during the close, you're really going to know what Charles Schwab has in it. Okay, so another one. Yeah, we had the banking issues, Fed, and earnings. All right, until something gives, it's stock picking's relevant. I have stocks that are moving, that are acting actually well as they should, trading wise. Moss, huge range yesterday. Even Moss. CF, believe me, that's a bigger range than you think. Let's go to a 4-minute chart on CF. 72 to 74, 64. Okay. I don't want to go to my main page, so I'll start talking and chatting. So let's look what the wise guys are doing into the weekend, because they know more than both of us, anybody put together. And money, just like a crowd, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. Nothing attracts money like money. Okay. Mega cap leaders seeing a little weakness. I get it. GDX, SFM, Tesla, AMD bullish. Advancing issues nowhere in the middle. GMD bullish, Jacks bearish. BE. You know what? BE. Look at this one. If you want to talk about stocks acting well and acting poorly, BE straight down, still breaking low. BE Energy. Oh man. And Fizzler in the opposite. Fizzler doing the opposite. Unbelievable. What else do I have? That gave back all the gains from yesterday, although it did have a nice run up into it. 25 to 32. Yesterday, everybody tried to short it, finally gave it up. People still stuck in it even. It's in the danger zone. Same with Roblox. Another one. Stuck. I mean, it's in the range, in the movie between the moving average. Edifies my point that it's better for stock picking, unless you want to buy things breaking out from new highs and new lows. I get it. It's good trading that way. General Motors, I've seen puts going across. Does your chart on GM? General Motors. What's your chart on Home Depot? There you go. What's your chart on Caterpillar? There you go. Even your chart on Intel, breaking below. But then you have Apple. Ooh, that's starting now. Ooh, Coach. Ooh. Now it finally might, but that volume, I don't know. Coach, might be the time. It might be the time. I'm certainly wouldn't. I mean, it's going to take a lot for it to break out of that now. That flag, it's going to take a lot. What news is going to propel it higher? So that's what we have to think going forward. What I've learned in trading is, not like in pool when I was a kid, I used to be happy hitting one shot. Now I plan, doing 3 shots ahead. What news can propel Apple later in the week or even next week, higher or lower? What type of numbers that I have that's going to have pin action? Or what economic numbers are going to play? So, those are steps ahead when I think about taking a position like this. Or I could just listen to Coach on the blind and make make huge money. Okay, let's see what they're doing. They're not doing much now, guys. Listen, they are blown into General Motor puts. Where'd that hog go? Is that under 34? I had a big position at hog. 34. After that big down bar day, this thing's gonna Harley Davidson. Oh, unless there's an activist takeover, and this was kept up. Hold on, this was kept up because of an activist takeover. Harley Davidson. I feel un-American to short this thing. But look, if they're not buying General Motors, they're not buying Ford, they're not buying freaking campers, Winnebago. You know what I mean? What are they going to say? They're going to buy more motorcycles, especially that's the weekly, that's the daily, and bad news. This is the monthly, the weekly. Let's go to the monthly. So hog, unless you like pork, anti-American. I can't do it, but hog is on the, I don't like hog there. Any questions, guys? That's it. I'm gonna leave it for today. What do I have on some stocks that I'm thinking on my list to do? Pardon me. Day trade. Devon sold it nicely this morning. I tried to pick it. Sold it at the high, Devon. And I was bagged in it from yesterday. A decent position, if you remember from yesterday's video. 47. I had 6,400 shares. So 47, and I top picked today 47.80. You know what I mean? Saved me 4,000. What else did I do? Yesterday, movers. Roblox, Sound, Carvana, I gave it back. MGNI, sold it like I sold this morning. That's it, guys. I mean, you're gonna have to look on the mega caps, like the Jesus feed said. And if you really want to stay active and it's wherever it is, bad weather, or you just want to press it, you get it, been there. Let's go new share. Hold on, share. This is all you should be worrying about at this time of the day. Stocks up on high relative volume, and there are some decent ones, but it's been dying out. Last time, throughout the week at this time, there's been a lot more. So Fizzler, as I mentioned, obviously, Array goes with Fizzler. We all know EMPH, brought it up already, as I should. KBH, NNOX, SFM, we saw that they were taking call sweeps, Sprouts Fresh Market, which tells me that's a grocery store. Am I interested? Yeah, looks great. There's SFM. What did the grocery store look good? It wasn't Kroger. Wasn't Kroger. I forget. I'll get back to you guys. Okay. Down on high relative volume. You can even go by time and what's moving. Tesla down on relative volume. Hood naturally gave it all back because it's a dog. All the dogs give it back. You know what I mean? What's moving up now? Let's moving up now, for example. Nothing's moving up now. That's not good. Let's look at new highs. So breakout on the day. What's breaking out on the day and go by time? AMT, home builders. That's again SFM. So SFM is one to keep your eye on. It's not the sexiest thing. What's breaking down on the day? I bet you a bigger pay. Yep, there's moving now. BJ finally broke down. Look at this. I fought this thing. BJ wholesalers. What's going down? Starbucks gave it back. MGM. Oh, what a fight that put up with me too. All right, guys, that's a J-Win. Still not even activist talk. J-Win, the retailer. I tried. VFC, I'm in it. You know that. The only saving grace is it pays a dividend. Macy's. Oh, you get the picture, guys. You know what I mean? They're not going into Macy's. They're not going into General Motors. They're not going into Home Depot to get stuff. DuPont, but they buying paint. Sherman-Williams, they're not buying paint. Are they buying washing machines? They're not buying washing machines. You get the picture, guys. You know what I mean? But they're not. Those are not what they're buying. What they're trading is these other low floaters. They have no interest in Disney. Look at Disney. I'm sorry about the Disney, Hog, even Apple's starting to roll over. What's happening here? I'll leave it with that. Stay active. Have a plan. We'll see you after lunch. If not, thank you for sharing and always have a plan. Cheers.